Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome back. I am so grateful for you viewers. The numbers are going up, so thank you. You know it's Monday, so preschool book day, St. Patty's Day. I love all holidays, but so yeah, Monday, Wednesday to talk about our preschool book. I'm gonna summarize it, basically tell you what the book's about, which is usually pretty easy, and then I like to go through how I read it with the kids, ask some questions, some words that you should take note of. So yeah, today we're going to be doing How to Catch a Leprechaun by Adam Wallace, and pictures by Andy Elkerton. Okay, so again, like I did with my finger, always make sure you're reading with your fingers so they can see how you're reading. Because we want them, in order to be able to read, they first need to know the basics of a book, right? That print goes from left to right, top to bottom. That this is the front, this is the back. So when you're working with them, make sure they're holding it correctly and that you're reading like that, and that they know to turn one page at a time. And then, yeah, I always say who the author and illustrator are. Let them know the author writes the words, illustrator draws the pictures. But this book is about basically all these different houses trying to catch a leprechaun. It's really cute. So I like to start out, the first question I can ask was, oh, what time of day is it? And then if they don't answer, remember, if they don't answer a question, always just dump it down to two choices. So if they don't know what you mean by that, you can say, is this daytime or nighttime? And be based on the moon. So when do leprechauns come out? At nighttime. Okay, those are some of the questions that I asked on the first page. And I kind of point, remember to kind of point, but what are some things the leprechauns do, right? The laces out of the shoes, I may not get that one, that one's a little harder. Cleaning the hair, what do they leave? They tend to get that one. What do they leave everywhere, right? So that's kind of what I asked on this page. And then I started asking, first, yeah, it kind of talks about what leprechauns do. So it's like, uh-oh, what did the leprechaun do? And they're like, made a mess, yeah. But yeah, the rest I started talking about the different traps. So I was like, oh, what did they use to try to catch it? A mouse trap. So those are the kind of questions that I asked, like, oh, and remember point, what did they use to catch the leprechaun? And then read the page. So kind of do that. Yeah, again, what did they use to try to catch the leprechaun? Did it work? You can always use those. Yeah. Let's see, is there any other questions? Kind of did. Also questions you could, there's lots of rhyming words. Fact, trap, or there's a better one. Scare there, right? So this is also a good book to point out rhyming words, and you can tell them the rhyming words, and rhyming words are words that sound the same, but you can do a lot of, are those the same or different? And I always like to use the thumb for the non-verbal. But yeah. So yeah, also multiple reads. So the first time, yeah, I'd kind of focus on like the traps the first time you read it, and what the leprechaun did. The second time you could focus on rhyming words. And this book is from the perspective of the leprechaun. You can try your best to relate to them. I know leprechauns is kind of hard, but like, have you ever seen a leprechaun? Have you ever made a leprechaun trap? I didn't, but a lot of people will read this and then they make a leprechaun trap with their child or class. Some words, that was the other thing. So those are the two reads that I would do. A brilliant, they may not know that brilliant means smart. Impossible, that means it can't be done. Stroll, that means walking. Engineer, that's a good way to talk about, that's another question you can ask. What does an engineer do? If you wanted to ask that question. But that they make things. I mean, twinkle toes just means someone who can dance really well. Oh, I also asked, so, because they left nuts out on this page, so what do leprechauns like to eat? Do you like to eat nuts? Okay, that's another way to relate it to them. Jig, dance a jig. They may not know that jig means dance. Turn the whole place upside down. That's a phrase you could be like to make a mess. Again, I'll make a scene, like a mess. Laces. I actually showed them on my shoe because they may not know what laces are. Oh, and this page also says, I tap my hammer so you know the leprechaun is here. So I was like, how do we know if the leprechaun's here? And if they don't know, give them two choices. I feel bad because, tap your hammer. And if they don't know, you'd be like, well, what is he holding? So what, how do we know? But yeah, this book, 5 out of 5. The kids really enjoyed it. They enjoyed seeing if they were going to catch the leprechaun. So that's kind of how I would read it. So thank you for watching. And if you like this, give it a big thumbs up, share it, click that subscribe and notification button. You guys are the best, and you're just getting me so many subscribers, so thank you. Also, you know I love to hear from you. I'm sure everyone says this, but I feel like I have the best viewers, and you guys are so nice. But I would love to hear how this book went if you read it. If not, you could always go read it and then let me know, or other books that are similar, or just any thoughts you had, because I like hearing from you. So we'll see you next time. Bye.